It's Korean skillet chili, and it starts out with a mixture of 1 pound of ground sirloin and 1 pound of ground pork. And to that, once it browns up in a little bit of neutral oil means high temperature cooking, cast iron skillet, medium high to high heat. You can brown and crumble the meat very quickly. So we've got our browned, crispy bits of beef and pork, and now we're ready to start layering in many, many great big flavors. We're gonna start with the basics of salt and pepper, of course. You want about 1.5 tablespoons of either Korean chili flakes, or you can use chili powder that you already have in your pantry. These are very spicy and brilliantly red, so I love the aroma and the color that it gives the dish. We're also going to use Korean chili paste, which comes mild to extra hot. It's already spicy, and I think if you're cooking this for a group or a crowd, or you have children in the family that don't like things too hot, you're gonna wanna go for the milder chili paste when you're shopping. And they're usually sold right next to each other on the international foods aisle of your market. Now we're gonna put in 2 usual suspects for any chili. Nice earthy cumin and its best friend coriander, palm full of each of those. They like to go everywhere together. Coriander's kind of bright, cumin's kind of funky and earthy. Now we're going to add in an onion now that the meat's all nice and crispy. I'm gonna add in a little onion and some garlic and some fresh ginger. I could do that. I'm the boss of my Korean chili. So I'm just grating in, 4 fat cloves of garlic. Zip, zip, zip right down to the pan. So we grate in a good fat chunk or knob of ginger. Oh my God, this smells so good already. Ah! Flip this around. I'm gonna let the onions cook out a bit. Now we're gonna add a turn of the pan of toasted sesame oil, 2 turns of the pan of Worcestershire, 2 turns of the pan of tamari, here today, gone tomorrow, so, AKA soy sauce, right? And then a good cup of beer. I like a nice bright, crisp lager. We let that absorb a bit into our skillet chili. And then we're going to thicken it and deepen the chili flavor, but also make it much sweeter with the gochujang, which is the fermented chili paste. And this is the stuff I told you before. You can get mild or spicy. And I put in 3 tablespoons per pot of chili, of mild or spicy. And if you want a medium, combine the 2. We go through so much of this. So now we're gonna add a little bit of tomato product. And I like to use a little bit of tomato sauce or passata. Passata is tomato puree that the tomatoes have not been cooked. They're raw tomatoes that are pureed. And tomato sauce has a little bit of sugar in it. And it's cheap and cheerful, and everybody has it in their pantry. So either or. And a can of diced tomatoes or tomatoes with chilies, whatever you have in the pantry. So about 3 cups all day of tomato product going in. A 14-ounce can and 8-ounce can. So that's about 3 cups. And then we just let this simmer and thicken into a sweet and spicy deliciousness. Now, if it gets too tight, if the chili starts to get a little tight on you, add a little bit of chicken stock or broth or bone broth. Let's talk toppings. I have a bottle of kimchi, so pickled spicy cabbage, right? We've got our Korean chili with our spice blend, our Korean chili paste, soy sauce, Worcestershire, sesame oil, ginger, garlic, tomatoes. What? It is good. So now, we're going to bring the Korean chili to the table, right in the hot skillet. We're gonna sprinkle around what's left of the dry roasted nuts. We're going to sprinkle around our chopped green onion, our scallions. We're going to distribute our kimchi, our spicy cabbage. Then, these are fake cracklins. They're called snacklins, and they're not pork skin. They're made out of plants. And this one is miso ginger flavor. Tell me that doesn't look like fun, like a party.